police force in Peru include fired teardrop gas and clashed in thousands of protesters irate at the authorities' judgment to forgiveness former President Alberto Fujimori. No to the forgiveness, the crowds chanted in the Equity Lima for another day of strife. CEO Pedro Pablo Kuczynski forgiven Fujimori on public health perspectives on Yuletide threshold. Fujimori, who is serving 25 years for humane rights atrocity and corrupt practices, was recent 1 week excited of prison to clinic. He is creature purified for low bloodstream blood pressure and an uneven moment. Mr. Kuczynski denies pardoning Fujimori as portion of a transactions in his side recent 1 week to escape his own impeachment trial. Two members of CEO Kuczynski's side in the Peruvian convention, Vicente Zabalos and Alberto de Belaunde, include obedient in outcry at the forgiveness. Meantime, supporters of the man who led Peru of 1990 to 2000 famous external the town clinic wherever he was creature purified. He is delighted by several Peruvians for fight Maoist mob, but his critics deliberate him a pervert autocrat. On Monday, his son Kenji tweeted a live video of oneself break the news story of the forgiveness to his dad in his clinic bed and willing him a cheerful Yuletide. A declaration of CEO Kuczynski's office space told he had solved to grant a human forgiveness to Mr. Alberto Fujimori and some human beings in such state, out of calling the other doctors, the declaration added, had established how Mr. Fujimori suffers of a advanced, degenerate and untreatable disease and how jail facility present a serious hazard to his lifetime. Kenji Fujimori told over how his dad would perhaps not go household for few days. The prudent famous strength, FP, side, led by the ex-CEO's child Keiko Fujimori, controls convention and on Thursday tested to accuse CEO Kuczynski above a corrupt practices fracas. Yet, her sibling Kenji break the FP voice, enabling the CEO to remain in force and motive the allegation how Fujimori's produce had been pledged in exchanging. To rescue his own leather CEO Kuczynski cut a transactions in Fujimori's supporters, told left political figure Veronica Mendoza, marking the CEO's judgment as betrayal. In 2007, he was condemned to 6 years in prison for bribe and misuse of force, but 2 years after was condemned to else 25 years in jail for humane rights atrocity devoted for his period in office space. He was condemned of authorizing killings transferred out by DIE squads. Protests erupted quickly following news story of the forgiveness came to lighting on Saturday, in lot rally flapping pictures of victims of the resist-insurgency campaigning. "We trust the forgiveness was transferred out in an illicit way," one nameless protester said Reuters. Same care paper how presumably authorized the was a scam. The fact is how the sorrowfully was a policy treaty among the Fujimorists and the present by the government. Jose Miguel Vivanco, execution CEO of Humane Rights Look in the Americas, tweeted, "I pity Fujimori's human forgiveness instead of confirming how in a country of law down there is no specific treat for nobody, the concept how his release was a blatant policy negotiating in exchanging for Pedro Pablo Kuczynski supporting force will stay ever."